students, welcome to class. Welcome back to class. Welcome back to class. Welcome back to class. Don't be a pain in the ass like Isaac Butterfield. Like Isaac Butterfield. Don't be like him. Don't be like him. All right, let's have a look at Isaac Butterfield when he has. I got his card ready here, Isaac Butterfield, and I'm going to put some X's when he does something that I don't like, and I'm going to put some check marks when he does something that I do like. Let's listen to a response video that he made when I responded to him, because he invited me to be on his podcast, and I said, sure, I would love to be on your podcast, and here are the rules. Like, you can't be mean. You can't be vegan phobic. And you have to be nice. Can't be eating dead animals in front of me and trying to make me cry on purpose. But, you know, just like that guy Daz Games, in the past, he did the same thing. He invited me and then he chickened out. No offense to the chickens. But anyway, let's have a listen to what Isaac has to say. Oh, I don't hear anything. Do you got, oh, hold it. Let's go back again here. Okay, let's go to there. I didn't have this on here. Hold on. Okay, let's try that.
Teacher and invited her on my podcast. And this was her response.
Wow, that's a lot of words. Too bad I'm not reading them.
So he didn't want to read the words to my response. Why is that? So if you invite somebody onto your show and then they respond, your response is not to read the response? X! What are you teaching kids here? No, we're supposed to be teaching kids to read, that reading is an important skill, and that you should follow through on contracts. You know, just look at them. Anyway, I guess you really did read them after all, because you did a whole video about it. But anyway, let's see what happens.
That vegan teacher is perhaps the most prolific vegan across the world right now. Everybody knows who she is, and I'm sorry to say, everybody genuinely hates her. She is so popular.
Really? Are you sure about that? Are you sure that people hate me or they just hate the message? You know, I'm telling people not to hurt animals. That's a hard message to hear because most people are too weak and not brave enough to be vegan, like yourself. And so what you'll do is you'll often attack the messenger instead of just listening to the message, looking in the mirror, and changing. You see, there's no reason for you to eat animals. It's been proven by the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, which is a group of 100,000 healthcare professionals, that it's easy to be vegan, it's healthy to be vegan, everyone can do it, no matter what stage of development. I don't know how old you are, but you certainly live near a store, and you could be vegan. So I don't really think it's me that you hate or that anyone else hates. It's just that they hate the way that I make them feel, because I make them feel about this big, because I show basically that they are cruel people. But not everyone. Lots of people love me. And lots of people have become vegan because of me. So even some of your own viewers actually have written to me. But let's keep listening.
Popular Gordon Ramsay has made videos about her.
Yes, he has. He's made a video about me. And he was also quite vegan phobic, just like you are. I mean, he made a point of eating a burger in front of me, which is pretty cruel. I mean, how would you feel, Isaac, if somebody ate a dead animal in front of you like a cat or a dog? How would you feel? That'd be okay with you? Because, you know, it's not okay with me. I was just simply playing my ukulele there and asking him to please be kind and to stop hurting animals and to make his restaurant all vegan from now on so that his millions and millions of followers would also follow suit and we would have a more peaceful world. So, yeah, it's unfortunate that so many of you men are so creepy and weird, but this is what we have to deal with, so.
PewDiePie has made videos about her. This lady called Call Me Chris has made videos about her. And just those 3 videos right there combined have over 30 million views on them.
Nice.
So I wanted to sit down and invite her onto my podcast, Cancel Me Now, and have a chat with the lady whose actual real middle name is Karen. And I wasn't out of my depth with this podcast. I have had psychos on there before, crazy people. Vegan Booty was there.
She's not a psycho. She's an animal rights activist, and so is Vegan Gains. So I'm going to give you an X for that, because that's basically lying. Animal defenders are kind-hearted people. Psychos are those who hurt animals. We're the opposite of that. We're trying to save their lives from the Holocaust-like conditions that they live in because of people like you who pay for their abuse.
Vegan Gains has been on there. I know about the vegan community. I was going to have a great convo with her. So, I like the big...
Are you sure about that? Because when I sent you my conditions, you weren't able to stick to them. And in fact, I said I would pay you $100 just to be kind. Basic kindness. Don't eat any dead animals in front of me. And let's talk about vegan foods. Let's eat vegan foods. And let's talk about some other subjects as well. You couldn't do it, could you? Because you're not brave enough.
Creep that I am, slid into this granny's DMs on Instagram, and I said...
And why do you think he's calling me a granny? Like, what does age have to do with anything? That sounds a bit ageist to me. So I'm going to give you an X for that. You know, when you're talking about somebody, the way that they look, their gender, how old they are, should have nothing to do with anything. Unless you're making a specific point and saying, okay, let's say there are more vegan grandmothers in the world than not, or something like that. Then, of course, it's fine. But you're just calling me a granny for no reason. And I'm a grandmother. I have a 2-year-old granddaughter. And I wonder what she's going to think about you when she's old enough to watch videos about you. I think she's going to think you're kind of creepy and kind of mean.
Can I see dem saggy granny titties? No, I didn't say.
That is such a weird thing to say. Look, my boobs have been the same since I was about 18 years old. Well, even younger. They look the same. I would show them to you. I wouldn't care. But, you know, we're not allowed. But let's just say that they were super saggy. What does that have to do with anything? What do other people who are in your life, other women, think about the way that you treat women as if they're objects, in the same way that you treat animals as if they're objects? We don't belong to you. The way that we look has nothing to do with the subject on the table. Okay, so I'm giving you an X for that.
Say that. I said, excuse me, Miss Vegan Teacher, Merry Christmas. I would love to extend an invite to you to come on my podcast. Friendly, nice, and
I would love to extend an invite to you to come on my podcast with a question mark. You would love it, but you're not sure? You didn't sort of phrase that sentence that well, but I answered you anyway. I kind of got the gist of what you were trying to say. You didn't tell me what we were going to talk about, though. You just want to invite me on the podcast and be mean to me? What, were you going to talk about my saggy boobs? Is that what the subject was? Like, do you understand why I didn't just say, yeah, let's do this? Because I know your intentions are not good. I know that you're a cruel person. I know that you are racist towards animals. That you look at certain animals and you judge them to be unworthy. You point at them and say, your body belongs to me, in the same way that you do to women. I find it kind of atrocious, really kind of gross. So yeah, I didn't respond immediately until I gave it some thought. And then I wrote down some rules that I had.
Charming, may I say. 24 hours later, however, I received a whole fucking letter in response. And when I say a whole...
Why do you call it a fucking letter? X! It's just a letter. It's a response.
A letter, it was a contract with terms and conditions for her to come on the fucking show.
Why are you calling your show a fucking show? Don't you even like your own show? It's a show. X. Find another adjective. Come on. Aren't you proud of your show? Why don't you say my great show or whatever? I assume you like it.
Apparently the letter wasn't enough. She had to make a whole video about her response. And let's suss that out just for context.
Drink soy milk, oat milk, rice milk, almond milk. Don't steal milk from a cow.
Yeah.
Be vegan, start right now. Follow that vegan teacher. She will show you how.
Fuck that.
Oh,
that
yeah?
song right there should be played for terrorists in Guantanamo Bay 24 hours a day, all right? You would have people
would love it.
admitting to things they'd never even thought about admitting to just to get away from that torture.
One of the things I'm going to do right now is read this text that I wrote here. It is about Isaac Butterfield.
Okay, this video is called Isaac Butterfield invited me onto his podcast and instantly regrets it. But to be honest, I'm not regretting anything. I did this so I could get content for you guys.
I think you
and,
are.
well, here we are.
We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling.
Vegan-phobic animal abuser. Okay, so you invited me because you knew that I would answer, and whatever I answered, it would give you some views. So again, you're showing me that you were not actually interested in talking about the animals, the victims. You admit that you are doing this just to be a mean guy. It's so strange. X! Isaac Butterfield just invited me to be a guest on his podcast. He considers himself to be a comedian with over 2 million followers.
That's what a fat girl eats in a day. I don't know why. I just really fancy cheesy chips and beans and have a scone.
I just pressed?
Hello.
Mr. Butterfield is someone who... I have no idea what happened there. I just went to a brand new weird video. Anyway, let's continue. Routinely pays for the rape, torture, confinement, kidnapping, and murder.
All right, this is a sentence.
Yes, that is exactly what he does. He pays for those things. He pays people to hurt animals. He deliberately walks into a store and gives money to somebody who has murdered an innocent being, who died in agony and in terror, begging for their life. Whether they are chickens, cows, pigs, turkeys, lambs, that's what he pays for. Even though he knows that he can choose anything else on the menu. And it is so easy to Google vegan recipes. So yeah, but now he's going to try to defend himself instead of actually talking about the individual accusations.
That I never thought would ever be written about me.
Really? You didn't think so? Okay, I'm going to give you an X just for complete stupidity. You think that you can go around and hurt innocent animals and insult grandmothers' boobs and be sexist towards women, and you don't think that there's going to be any rebuttal from this terrible behavior?
But here we fucking are.
Here we are, you're right. Of innocent pigs, cows, chickens, turkeys, lambs, and many other individuals who have never done a single thing wrong to him ever.
Now that's not entirely true.
Oh, now he's going to go ahead and make some ridiculous joke. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on mute while we don't listen to him as he tries to be funny and make fun of the suffering of animals. Those animals have never hurt him. The chickens that he eats are completely innocent. Racist towards animals.
Well, they...
Yes, racist towards animals. And here he goes trying to make another joke. If you look at a group of individuals and you say, you are lesser than this group, just based on outward appearance, that is the definition of racism, Isaac.
do say you are what you eat, but they...
You are what you eat. I don't know. Was that some sort of a joke? So you eat a pig, therefore you're a pig? What does that mean?
Thankfully, ladies and gentlemen, this video isn't clickbait. I do have an interview with her. Miss Vegan Teacher, you are live on the show. Miss Karen's, listen, let's pretend you're not even talking to me. Talk in third person and tell the people...
Okay, now he's pretending he's talking to me? Okay.
What you want me punished with. How I should be punished for my evil activity.
Oh, I already told you that. Oh, you're going to show it now? Great.
Unless he stops paying for animal abuse immediately.
Okay, I'm not sure why you have me holding my YouTube button that they sent me. What does this video have to do with my voice? But okay.
He should have to undergo what the piglets do. Be castrated.
Yes, that's what I said. That's what he should have to undergo. He should be castrated without any kind of painkillers. After all, every time that he buys bacon, ham, or bologna, that is what he is paying people to do in the cycle of violence. That is the pork industry. These innocent babies are born and they abuse them right at the get-go, cutting off their tails, castrating them without anesthetic, and shaving off their teeth. Do you know how painful that is? Now imagine that you're holding a baby pig in your hands. A baby pig feels as much as a human does. If you touch them, if you rub their little bellies, they fall asleep. If you touch their little ears, they fall asleep. And their whole weight just collapses into you because they feel safe. And if you yell or you you make a big sound or you make a big gesture, they get scared. They are the same in that sense. So why would you treat them so badly as to harm them that way? It doesn't make any sense. Why be cruel on purpose?
Without anesthetic and kept in Holocaust-like prison camps for 6 months.
Yes, that's what I said should happen to him, because that is what he does to these animals. That's what happens to pigs. They are kept in Holocaust-like conditions for 6 months. And what you should do is, oh, do I have my card anywhere here? I have a card, yeah, that reminds you to watch this documentary here. It's called don'twatch.org. It's only 7 minutes long, and you'll find out the truth. Now, everyone who watches this is completely shocked at what goes on all around the world, because most people just don't know about the animal abuse that they are involved with every time they purchase these things. So my job here is to try to get you to watch this video. I can't show a lot of graphic stuff on my channel because YouTube then makes it all 18 and over, and then they push it aside, they get it out of the algorithm. But I can continue to encourage you to watch this. So I want you to memorize this. Okay, it's don'twatch.org. Don'twatch.org. I know it's a crazy name. I didn't name it, but it's a good documentary. Is it don'twatch.com? No, it's don'twatch.org. Okay, again, it's only about 6 or 7 minutes long, and there you'll find out what happens to the pigs and all of these other animals. All right, I'll show that again later.
Before being put in a gas chamber.
As a Jewish person, I am shocked by what you just said.
What difference does it make whether you're Jewish or not? Hopefully the Jews are all not eating animals, right? I mean, given that their ancestors went through this barbaric treatment, what the Nazis did to the Jews was deplorable, horrific. And the thing is that the Holocaust never ended for the animals. And if you were alive back in those days, you would have been doing what the Nazis did. You would have been sentencing people to these gas chambers because you are a racist. You are racist towards animals at this moment. I don't know how you are with people, but certainly you're also sexist because you're constantly talking about women's body parts when you run out of actual retaliation to the conversation, any kind of rebuttal.
I'm not Jewish, but if I was, that'd be a pretty fucked up thing to say, Karen.
Really? Why? Why would it be a fucked up thing to say? I'm here to defend the Jews from people like you who think that gas chambers still existing now is perfectly fine. Whereas I'm saying that we need to take a screwdriver to them and disassemble them all. You are saying, let's keep them all intact and let's keep pushing billions and billions of animals through them and murdering them for having committed no crime. Shame on you. X.
Karen, because you're not joking, are you? You're being dead serious.
I am dead serious. People like you who abuse animals on purpose should have to pay a price for that. Especially when you encourage millions of people to follow you and you joke about it. There's nothing funny about abusing an animal. There's nothing funny about raping a mother cow, about stealing her baby. Rape and kidnapping are wrong. There's nothing funny about taking a baby boy cow and slitting his throat when he is just little because he'll never be able to produce milk. You seem to think that that's okay. It's not.
That's the difference about me making a Holocaust joke and you referencing the Holocaust.
There's nothing to joke about the Holocaust. It was a terrible thing. It was awful. And I feel so bad for anyone who had family members go through that. And that's why I'm here to defend the animals right now. Many Jewish people are vegan because of exactly what happened during World War II, because they see the similarities. They are in shock. Animals branded, just like humans were branded. Put behind bars, not fed properly, not able to see the light of day, enslaved, terrified, starving, suffering, crying, feeling betrayed. That's what we do to the animals. When the animals are put on trucks, often for days, they are not fed, they are not given any water because humans don't care. They want their intestines to be as clear as possible. So these poor animals, 200 pigs on a truck at a time, are there peeing and pooping on each other, terrified, not knowing where they're going, hoping that they are going somewhere safe and loving. But they are going to their death because of people like you, Isaac Butterfield. Shame on you.
You actually mean it. Because I eat animals
Yes, I
like
do.
99% of the world, I should be gassed in a shower block by some evil Nazis.
Tell me why you shouldn't. Give me a reason why you shouldn't. What does the fact that the rest of the world eats animals have to do with you right now? We're talking about you. You take money out of your pocket and you give it to somebody with a knife in their hand and you say to them, kill that animal. When there are so many other things to eat in the store, chickpeas, lentils, beans, rice, pasta. You can have vegan pizza, you can have vegan lasagna, you can have big, delicious chilies that feel so good in your tummy, filled with tofu and all kinds of other vegan foods. Thousands of vegan foods, millions of vegan recipes. But no, you seem to think that you are the almighty God who can point at any animals and say, your body belongs to me. Well, fuck you.
That sounds like a logical brain you have there, Karen.
It is a
Let's
logical
look at the
brain.
contract.
Thank you so much for saying that. I'll give you a check mark. Good job. I have a logical brain. You're absolutely right. Keep going. A little more of that.
The terms and conditions of this podcast. Dear Isaac Butterfield, thank you for your invitation, offering me to have you on your podcast. It would be my pleasure to join you as long as you're able to follow these simple rules.
That's right. And my simple rules were be a nice guy. Don't be a dick. Don't be mean. Don't be sexist. Don't be racist. Don't be homophobic. Be kind. Have a civilized conversation with me. Don't talk about my body. Talk about the subject, the animals, or any other subjects. I listed a whole bunch of other subjects about current events, about politics, all kinds of interesting things.
There's fucking 11 of them. This will...
What's the matter with that? 11 isn't that much. X! He's upset because there are 11 things, 11 conditions? Doesn't make any sense. Can you not read 11 sentences?
be a joyful vegan mukbang.
Yes.
Broccoli, green peppers, mushrooms, tomatoes, artichokes, vegan meat, vegan cheese. Ta-da! It's vegan pizza.
I suggested to him that we should have a mukbang. And what a mukbang is when you put out all different foods. I wanted to have a vegan mukbang where we would put out all the different vegan foods that we like and we would eat them. So him in Australia, me here in Canada, we would eat whatever. It could be vegan pizza, it could be vegan lasagna, it could be all kinds of things. It can be just bananas, it could be oatmeal, it could be nuts, raisins, dates, whatever. But I don't know, he's just has the weirdest comment here. He's trying to make it seem like it's something that it wasn't. So anyway, let's hear what else he has to say.
It's concerning that you would bring that up, vegan Karen.
That I would bring up that we should eat healthy vegan foods? That's concerning? X!
La 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 la. Oh my god, it's vegan lasagna. La 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 la. Oh my god, it's vegan lasagna.
And I will say that right now. I should make this abundantly clear. If you were 40 years younger, I'd probably think about it.
What does age have to do with anything? I'm 57 years old. So you're saying that if I was 17, you would do what? You would want to talk to me then? Sexist! Ageist! Creepy!
But seeing how you're not, I don't want anything to do with you sexually, all right? Since
Then
this...
why do you keep talking about my body? Why do you keep bringing it up? So weird. X!
This is a special occasion. We will both wear a shirt and tie.
Yeah! Wear a shirt and tie for the occasion. In other words, I didn't want him to wear his terrible stuff that says anti-vegan club and all of this stuff. Like, just be a decent person.
With no vegan propaganda.
I didn't say that.
Unless they say vegans are awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
What about my
Yeah, no, that's not okay.
fuck vegan
No, that's not okay.
apron?
No, that's not okay, and you know it.
Number 2,
X.
you must have at least 25 vegan foods in front of you to show off how great they are. Bananas, blueberries, strawberries. I like all these foods.
Oh, you like vegan foods? Check mark. Good job, Isaac. You like some vegan foods. That's good.
Veggies, fruits, nuts, and seeds, put in your shopping cart. Peace begins on your plate, so be vegan and open up your heart.
Of course you do. Who doesn't? You eat them every day. In fact, vegan foods are what make your food taste good. On your meat, do you not put spices? Spices are vegan. All of them. Interesting, eh?
Foods. Avocado slices, turnips. Fuck off.
What is your problem if every time you don't like something, you just say fuck off? That's the answer to everything? I mean, it reminds me of a child. X.
Nutritional yeast. What the fuck has this got to do with anything?
Nutritional yeast is something that looks like cheese. It's like flakes, and we put that on food, and it is delicious. It's a very simple way to make something taste a little bit cheesy. If you put it in a sauce that's a little bit too watery, it kind of thickens it up. And another way to call it is noosh. You see, I could have taught you that on your show. But see, that's the face you would have made, isn't it? So you're not very open-minded. X.
Is this some sort of strange arousal for you? Do you like when
Nope,
men
it's
play with
not. It is just food. There goes your head again.
fruits in front of you? I don't want to hear about
You don't want to hear about what? Healthy vegan foods? This is so strange how he sexualizes everything. It's creepy and it's really
your
gross.
fruit puree, or where you put nutritional yeast. If
Nutritional yeast goes in your bowl. It is a food.
you've got yeast coming out of your fanny, love, that's nutritional.
What does my bum have to do with anything? X.
I don't want to know about it. Number
It's a
3, you're by
long
yourself,
video.
not with that rude sidekick of yours. You're out on your show with vegan games.
Yeah, I told him not to bring his sidekick, that it would just be the two of us, one-on-one.
Bluey? What's wrong with Bluey? Just because he's got red hair, you fuck. 3's a...
What does hair have to do with anything? I love red hair. Assuming things, jumping to conclusions, being a dick. X.
crowd, eh? No threesomes for Miss Vegan Teacher. How sad. Although I guess you wouldn't like getting put on the spit. Number 4. This took a turn. You don't act like the usual fucking piece of shit arsehole you normally do when vegans are near. Someone got out of the wrong side of the plant-based bed this morning. Number 5. You never try to justify hurting animals in any way at all unless you...
Yeah, is that too hard? Don't justify hurting animals. That was one of the reasons that I did not agree to go on his show, because he said he would be still talking about that. He couldn't just sign a contract that says, don't worry, I won't be saying anything mean. Couldn't do that, could you? What's so hard about that? Just say, I promise to be a nice guy, and we'll talk about things in a civilized manner. That's all you have to do.
You want to talk about mosquitoes in tents. I assume you're referring to the fact that you would kill a mosquito happily, but you wouldn't kill a cow.
I would not kill a mosquito happily, but vegans do kill in self-defense. If you're lying in a tent and a human comes in and starts to try to poke you and take your blood, you have a right to push him off and get rid of him, get him out of there. Same with a mosquito. If a mosquito is attacking me, I have a right to defend myself. Not happily, I wouldn't want to hurt the mosquito because I know the mosquito is in the tent just accidentally and probably like, how the hell did I get in here? How did I get out of here? Oh, well, maybe I can have a buffet dinner and eat that vegan teacher while I'm here. But the mosquito is basically innocent, not like you who deliberately seeks out to hurt animals when there are other choices.
Because mosquitoes are small? Or is it because mosquitoes...
No, it's not because mosquitoes are small. I just explained that.
originated in Africa, and you're a racist.
Mosquitoes originated in Africa, and therefore, if they are attacking me, that makes me racist? I don't think so. X! See, this guy has no idea what racist means. Isaac, I don't know. Can I really stand the rest of this video? It is painful. Do you guys want to watch the rest? How about you write in the comments about something that's going to make me happy today? Write about the vegan foods that you're eating right now. Just look on your plate, okay? Look what's on there. Do you have any cucumbers? Are you eating some hummus and some dipping some carrots into there? What are you having? Having a delicious soup? Are you having pasta with tomato sauce? What are you eating? Let me know in the comments.
Go veg yourself, go veg yourself. Stop hurting animals. Go vegan, go veg yourself, go veg yourself. Stop hurting animals. Go vegan.
Number 6, you can talk about animals you care about or have cared about in the past, or animals you think are cute. I rescue greyhounds. I like greyhounds. That's wonderful. Let's talk about...
Okay, you rescue greyhounds. So this is you. You're going to rescue a greyhound with one side of your body, and with the other side, you're going to stab a pig and shove it into your pie hole. How does that make any sense? You racist? You are racist towards animals. Your responsibility to save all the animals. What is it about greyhounds that make them more special than any other kind of dog or a chicken or an elephant? X.
Run, run, run from humans. They're trying to stab you. They're trying to murder you, to call you bacon and burn you in a frying pan.
About greyhounds. You can talk about your favourite veggies. This is number 7. Fruits, nuts, seeds. Shut the fuck up, vegan Karen. Number 8.
You just said that you liked some of the foods that I named, and now I'm naming more, and you're telling me to shut up? Okay, X. Again. Being mean on purpose, being rude. I'm just talking about eating healthy foods. I wanted to be on your show to promote health, proper nutrition, a variety of foods, whole foods, not so much processed foods, whole foods, the way that nature made them.
Plants have protein, they really, really do. Being vegan is healthy, you know it's true. Plants have protein, they really, really do. So why the fuck aren't you vegan yet? No more excuses for you.
8. You cannot be vegan phobic. You must be vegan fantastic. Fuck up, Karen. To prove this, you must...
Again, no response. Just to say, fuck it, fuck off, fuck you. That's his response all the time. X.
And speciesism, and speciesism, and speciesism, be kind to the animals. And vegan phobia, and vegan phobia, and vegan phobia, be kind to the activists. Dance if you're vegan, hands up if you're vegan. Think you can't do it? Try it, you can. Yeah.
Why didn't you just say, yeah, no problem, I won't be vegan phobic, I won't be mean towards animal defenders. I'll be vegan fantastic. Why couldn't you just say that? Yeah, I'll be nice to you, of course. Let's just talk about the subject. Why couldn't you do that? Because you're scared of me. Because you're scared of the truth. Because it came down to that, didn't it? During the conversation that you had with Vegan Gains, where he said to you, basically, what you're saying, Isaac, is that you think that somebody who has less intelligence should be treated as lesser than. And when he tried to push you on that, basically, he was saying, what you think is that if somebody has a mental handicap, has a lower IQ, you think, Isaac Butterfield, that we should have a right to murder them. Right? That's the kind of person you are. Because you are racist towards humans and animals. So what do you consider to be valuable? Only people who fit your physical description? People who are not grandmothers, who don't have saggy tits, as you say? Women without any body hair? You want all women to look like they're 11-year-old girls? It's kind of creepy. And you think that anybody who has a lesser IQ deserves to be murdered. That's essentially what you're saying. What right do you have to point at somebody and say that their body belongs to you? It doesn't. Okay, Isaac, I can't take it anymore. I need a dance break. Everybody up.
There's no excuse for animal abuse. Not religion, not an eating disorder, not peer pressure, not your monetary status. Don't eat animals, don't buy their bodies, don't steal their milk, their blood, or their honey. Don't wear their fur or their feathers.
It is only by the grace of God that you are not in their skin. Each time you see a public display of meat, dairy, stolen eggs, or fur in an ad, give it the middle finger. Each time you see an animal suffering, run to help as if you were the victim. Each time it's time to eat, ask for and choose the vegan option. Don't be a bully to vegan children or anyone who has compassion for the animals. Heaven awaits those who do their part with a compassionate heart. Every vegan started out like you, thinking they could never be vegan. It was a crazy thing to do, and yet here they are, 100% vegan, speaking out on behalf of the victims all over the world. Never think that you can't be an ethical animal rights activist, because not only can you do it, but it's also your moral duty and your destiny. Be brave, be better, be vegan, be loved, and start now.
Okay, perfect. Back to the nightmare now.
You must first watch Earthlings, Domination, Cowspiracy, Seaspiracy, what the...
Thank you for making an attempt to list these videos, whoever your editor is. The movie is not called Domination, it's called Dominion. And I think I had a tag here somewhere. Yeah, this is another one you should watch. Okay, in this case, it's watchdominion.com. The other one was don'twatch.org, okay? See the difference? All right, see that? Watchdominion.com and don'twatch.org. Take a screenshot. All right, I'm going to hold this way. I'm going to hold still. Okay, guys, take a screenshot of these and then look them up after. Go and watch them. Now, Watch Dominion is a little bit longer. It's a full length. And don'twatch.org is a little bit shorter. Well, it's a lot shorter. But they're both excellent videos to understand what's happening. Now, Isaac Butterfield isn't brave enough to watch them. He tries to make consistent excuses, but he keeps himself so ignorant. And you guys don't have to be like him. Oh, it's so painful. Do we really have to watch the rest? Let's watch a little bit more.
The health and the game changers. And be ready to...
Yes, what the health and the game changers. The game changers is all about athletes. In the Olympics, high-level athletes full of muscles. Now, see, that's not something I'm into. I'm not into bodybuilding. I like to kind of dance around the kitchen, and I just do, like, whatever. I do some yoga type things. It's just not an interest of mine to build up my muscles, to be, like, gigantic. I just don't care about it. I just care about being generally, supple, flexible, and strong enough to carry my granddaughter and to carry the other end of a couch if I got to move it. Just everyday stuff. But, if you really are caring about building a lot of muscle, that's something you could watch. These are Olympic-level athletes who eat no animal products at all. No eggs, no cheese, no dairy at all, no meat. So you can definitely do it, Isaac. You can do it too. It just takes the mental power, which you're lacking, the bravery.
Sweet talk me about how you understand where vegans are coming from. Sure, I'll watch all of those happily if you eat a pig's testicle live on camera. That's mine.
Why would I want to do that? Oh my God. There's nothing funny about talking about cutting animals. Why are you so cruel? Would you talk this way about hurting cats and dogs too? To those of you who think that Isaac Butterfield is funny, do you really still think so? At what point do you unsubscribe to someone like him and subscribe to those of us who are trying to save the animals?
And if you follow these rules, I will pay you 100 Canadian dollars that you must donate to either Peter, yeah, good one, or Tash Peterson. I could buy Tash Peterson's OnlyFans 4 times with that and stare at her pancake ass. Is that...
Are you seriously talking about women's body parts again? Tash Peterson is an amazing animal defender, and all you can do is talk about the way she looks. X!